crushing it Wednesday. They feeling undefeated. Queens of the ring like Christine is. If you get in the ring with Christina, you might catch a beating. Just tune in, you gon' have to see it. Stand up if you with us, if not, they be seated. You seen them in every arena. Eddie and Nika, who really got something to fight for. Everybody saying they're the GOAT. Who the one that slayed the Chupacabra? Your favorite girls.
the full thing.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesdays. Well, I say good evening to y'all, but good morning to me. I'm here in Czech Republic, and I got my girl, Nika, and I got my guy D-Stop. How y'all doing this evening?
Miss Worldwide over here.
What'd you say?
Miss Worldwide, like in the Czech Republic.
Yeah, right.
Actually known. Yes, exactly. We're all over the globe. So y'all doing all right today?
As good as we could do.
Good. Well, that's good. We're breathing. We're alive. We're having a good time. You know what I'm saying? So look, I've kind of been out of the loop, but I've seen some stuff here and there. We're just gonna talk about some of the stuff that I've been seeing and anything y'all want to talk about.
Right.
I want to start though, and I want to ask y'all who, if you were surprised that Ryan Garcia fired his coach, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you were.
Raise your hand if you were surprised. No,
yes. Right. Nika, what are your thoughts on that? Like, did you know exactly like goooo was going to get the boot?
To be honest, I wasn't really thinking about it, but I wasn't surprised when it happened. I mean, he did it right away, I guess. Probably when they didn't show up to the post conference afterwards. Probably when he sent them a text like, "Hey, don't even come back," you know. But I'm not surprised. I don't know, like, who he would go to now. Like, I saw something earlier on Twitter saying that he called Eddie Reynoso back to see if he could go back. So I don't know, but you know.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about that too. Like, we're gonna talk about that too. But Disa, what were you surprised? Were you shocked that he didn't?
You know what? I'll be honest with you. It wasn't. I wasn't that surprised, but I feel like I have a lot of criticism about Ryan. I don't think this is one is it. Like, people are acting like it's some abnormal thing for a fighter to switch trainers. Like, fighters do it all the time. Like I see guys. Are there fighters that do stay loyal to a trainer for a long time? Yes, there is. But about half of the fighters out there switch trainers all the damn time. Like, it's not some like abnormal. It just isn't. Especially after a loss. It's not like out of the norm for fighters to switch trainers. I know like the optics of it is different because there's more of a spotlight on Ryan. He was just on this big mega event, but it happens all the time. Like, fighters switch trainers all the damn time. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So.
No, it's true. They do switch all the time. I think the significant thing is it is Ryan, and I'll tell you why I think so. Like, Mike Romero says he likes Ronnie Shields. I saw something, I think it was on Instagram, where someone said, "Oh yeah, he should go to Ronnie Shields." I want to say maybe it was a spit bucket. I'm not sure. Of course, you know, we're from Texas, and he's from Texas too, so maybe that's why they said that. Or some. I think it was a spit bucket. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I'm thinking to myself, he could go, God forgive me, he could go with Jesus Christ as his trainer, and he's not going to do right because it's not about the trainers. It's about him. He's a spoiled, entitled kid, and he thinks he already has it all together. I saw an interview about his defense. Someone asked about his defense, you know, and he's like, "Oh, my defense is fine." Really, your hands are low. Like, if you know yourself and you're a boxer, you know what you can do and what you can't do. Yeah, put your hands up. You know, let's start there. But so I don't care who he's with. I don't care who he's with right now with his mentality. He's not going to get better. Nika, what do you think? If he goes with Eddie Reynoso, is it going to be the same old story, or is he going to get better?
Well, I feel like the only person that can make that change is Ryan. Like he has to want to soak the information in, wants to make the change. Like he can get as many trains as he wants. If he's not willing to listen and take it in, then it's, you know, for nothing, to be honest. So, and then
Yeah.
you know, I saw a little interview. Maybe that's why he let his trainer go. He said Goosen said something to the fact like it was put in a nice way that pretty much saying that Ryan doesn't listen. He kind of does
Right.
what he wants to
Right.
do.
He's
He
not
said it in
trained.
so many words,
Yeah.
so that's probably maybe that's why they
Yeah,
parted.
Ryan's that type of talent you got to work around. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Lisa, what do you think? I mean, does it matter who he goes to? If he goes with, you know,
It doesn't like we can bring Customato from the grave. Like
right.
you have to listen. It's. I think that's a great point. It's look. It's about chemistry at the end of the day, right? And is the fighter listening, and do they believe in the quote unquote system that the trainer is implementing in them, right? And I just like say what you want about Tank. Like, you can tell he believes in his trainer.
Oh, for sure.
he follows the instructions. He knows what he's doing in there.
For sure.
You could see a lot of fighters that they Crawford, like he believes in his trainer. Spence, same thing. There's a disconnect with Ryan Garcia. I think he thinks his shit's hot.
Yeah.
He got used to hitting somebody with a left hook and knocking them out,
Yeah.
and he thought his shit don't stink. I mean, that's just the reality of it. I saw somebody in the chat put Generation Z mentality. That's
Yes.
probably a good way to put it. I mean,
It is. Yeah.
I see it a lot in the workforce.
Said that. That is so true.
Yeah, a lot of guys around Ryan's age in the workforce. I seen it that there's a shift bit. Oh, I can't do
I see it too.
that shift. Oh, I can't do that. I don't worry. I don't worry. I can't get up at 6 a.m. I don't know about that. Well, I guess goodbye then. You know what I mean? Like, that's it.
Yeah.
So, like for Ryan, let me tell you right now, like he's reminding me a little bit, not 100%, but in terms of listening to trainers and all that, he's starting to remind me of Chavez Jr. Remember when Chavez Jr. had Fredo Roach waiting for him?
Yeah.
And he wasn't showing up, and then he decided, "Oh, I'm just gonna hit the mitts in my living room with my homies," and that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, someone's gonna take the job, gets a lot of money, so someone's gonna take the job. But I hope whoever takes it is able to, in some way, make Ryan listen, because that's all it really takes. So,
But like as a trainer, do you want to pick up somebody that's not gonna listen and then get your name in that batch? Like, oh, he couldn't do nothing with Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're saying the money. But like, if I was Eddie Reynoso, I don't know if I would want him back, because it's like, you already put a dark cloud over our camp. You know.
Plus, and then he left and was like talking shit too. Like, oh, Goosen's better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
yeah. So it's like,
but
I don't know.
These sounds like you say it's about money, but this is the thing. That's the kind of trainer he needs, someone who doesn't give a shit about the money.
Because exactly. That's what I mean. Like, this would be somebody who don't care about the money.
Like, I don't care about the money. Look, I'm gonna train you, but you don't listen to me. I'm gonna tell you how it is, and you don't listen to me. I don't care. You don't have to fire me. I'll walk away. Like, you're gonna have a probation time. Let's try to get together for 6 months to a year, see what we can do. If we can't do nothing, you don't gotta fire me. I'm out. You know.
I mean, Joe Goosen. I have a lot of respect for Joe Goosen, but he sounded like a fan. Like, oh, Ryan is one of the most special fighters I've ever trained. I'm just thinking to myself, why are you talking about him like that? What's like, you know, I don't know. Maybe he felt that's the motivation he had to give him, but Ryan is to be in a scenario or an atmosphere, right, where he's not the best dude there in that gym, right? He needs to be in an environment where no matter what, there's always somebody there in that gym that can whoop you. Right. And you got to keep fighting those dudes until you could start whooping them. Because I have a feeling, somebody just tells me all his training camps, he's the best guy there, like by a mile, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, something just tells me about Ryan. And I don't know who they had as sparring partners. I know there was the one guy that came out that said he injured him in the ribs or whatever.
Warning.
I'll be honest with you. I think that was a plant. I think that was put there to make excuses. It's just my theory.
Oh, really?
Okay?
Yeah, I never heard that. So this is my first time hearing that.
Well, the guy comes out and he's like this. Ryan, I'm sorry I hurt your rib. Like, after the Okay, like what? And then like they have it on camera. Like Goose is like,
Sauce.
oh, it was the rib, huh? Yeah, the rib.
No, but
Like,
I did see a video of Tank that they like a little interview clip that said, "Ask Ryan about his ribs or the shot to his body. Tell him I know about it." Like he said that, so I did see.
Yeah.
So there was information that went back to Tank about that. He was like, "Ask Ryan how his body doing," like that.
Yeah, he did do that. Johnny
Yeah.
Bravo, give him annual.
Ryan needs to get his ass. Like, look, if he took his ass to Nebraska and was getting whooped and sparring by Crawford for a whole month, he'd be a better fighter just after that.
Exactly.
That's what he needs. Like, he needs to go out and just get your ass whooped by dudes like Crawford, and you'll get better. Like, you're gonna get better no matter what. It's like this, right? I like playing chess, right? There's a lot of people that like playing lower level chess players. They like to win all the time. They want to dominate, checkmate here and there, but like you don't get but you don't get better that way. You know how you get better? You got to play the chess masters. You got to play the people that are really good, that embarrass you in the chess game, because then you study the game you had with them, and then you come back better. That's how you get better in life at anything. Okay, Ryan Garcia needs to fight dudes. He needs to spar guys that are going to whoop his ass. That way he doesn't get his ass whooped in the fight.
Yeah,
that's how guys are with their video games when they're playing Madden. If they play it on easy, they want to feel like they're beating everybody. You're not gonna get better. That's why when you start playing people online, you get your ass whooped all the time because you're always playing on easy mode. You know.
and Ryan wants someone that's gonna stroke his ego all the time. No, bro. No, we're here to box. You know, that's why I say he needs to like be on TV or do some commercials or something where they can stroke you. But like we don't do that here. We're not doing that here. Where are you from? You know, are you new here? Like, no.
And he just got a hold of a $20 million payday or whatever it is. Man, he might just retire. I don't know. Like, he might just like, I'll peace out. Got my bag.
Wait, what? Talk to me.
I think he's
$20 million payday. What?
Yeah, with all those pay-per-view vibes.
Yeah, him and Tank are getting 50-50 off the revenue from the buys. So that's
start tap dancing. You know, he can do whatever he wants.
It's a lot of money.
I would like to see him still fight. I like Ryan, so I think he's entertaining. I think he's good for the sport. Like, I mean, everybody. This was a big fight. Everybody was excited to see this fight.
Like, give him a break.
Yeah, come.
Yeah, on. But how he can't like this can't go on forever though. Like at some point.
No, I want him. If for his next coach, that he just goes all in. Like you just you know what. I'm a blank canvas. Show me everything I need to know. You know?
Yes, absolutely. Because he's gonna look like a clown if he keeps jumping around. I mean, he really is.
Yeah.
He needs to find somebody, stick with somebody, and like I said, he needs somebody that's not gonna tell him yes. It's gonna tell him to shut up and sit down, put your hands up, do what you got to do. You know, this is what we're doing. We're doing what I need you to do, not what you need to do. You know.
And I don't know how it's gonna take.
Apollo Creed.
I don't know how he's going to take a lot of the criticism. Forget about the fans. Fans are dumb. You know what I mean? But I'm sorry. But like the fight, his peers, like fighters, legends, are like calling him out about the way he went out. You know what I mean? Oh, Canelo just came out and said he should have gotten up. We're fighters. We're supposed to get up and keep fighting. Like he's hearing this from his peers. So I don't know how that's going to mess with him mentally, to be honest.
Well, you talked about that. I think you talked about that on one of your shows. I saw a segment where you were saying, you know, about, you know, they wanting to die, you know, in the ring or whatever. Like, I don't know. What were you saying? You were talking about.
Look, I was actually talking about like, because I saw some fans. You know how fans are when a fighter loses, like they're assholes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's some nerve to talk shit about somebody that was actually in the ring fighting and you doing shit. That's some nerve. I can't believe people sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah, even the fighters I dislike, like, you know what I mean? But anyway, and I'm talking ugly things. Like I saw people put shit like you're not a real, like talking about his heritage. Like, you're not a real Mexican. Mexicans don't quit in the ring. I hope you retire. A tank ruin your career. Like that's a bit much.
That's disgusting me. That
I was seeing comments like, "Oh, Mexicans should be willing to die in the ring." I'm just like, dude, you're an avatar, fucking on Instagram, bro. What the fuck are you willing to die?
So
You know
when
what I
you
mean?
die, those fans are gonna be like, damn.
And that's why I said like
he
eating
should
all
live for his
those.
family. Where you can't please these fans. This is like
No, you can't. They want
Yeah.
to see you die in the ring. Like what?
and then they're gonna
Like,
talk shit about it. Like damn,
I just like I
the
don't
coach
think
could have been
fighters
like,
should have to die. Like I won't go that far. Like, oh, you got to be willing to die. Nah, I'm good. Like you should be willing to fight until you can't anymore. Like if you're defeated, you're defeated. It is what it is. Like,
Because
that's how I feel about it.
yeah, and like you said, they're not boxers or whatever. I mean, are y'all willing to die for y'all's job? Hell no.
Hey, I'm not.
I know I ain't.
Like let me put it this way, right?
Because soon as
Die.
you die, they'll replace you just like that.
Hello.
Let's say Ryan gets up, right? And then he just starts taking a beating, right? Like he just starts taking a beating for another few rounds.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, which could happen, he dies, right?
Yeah.
We've seen it happen in boxing.
Yeah.
Okay, who's going to take care of his daughter?
Exactly.
Well, when she gets married, you're going to go up to her and be like, you know what? I know your dad's not here, but you know what?
But respect
He was a
him.
warrior. Like he was willing to die in the ring. You know what I mean?
No,
Like, that's stupid to me. That's just my opinion. But now, granted, don't get me wrong. There's some fighters out there that are a little cuckoo. They are willing to die in the ring, but that's their choice. Like that's their choice.
That's true. I think Regis said that. You know.
Like I know you don't like him, Christine, but like when Wilder says I'm willing to die, I believe him. Like I believe that he will whip me.
Oh wait, why you say I don't like him?
You don't like him.
But you see, like for Wilder to say that, and he has a daughter that he started boxing for. So to me, that doesn't make sense. You know,
it doesn't.
Like you die, and then what? You have this daughter that you wanted to raise, and with the best care that she could get. So you know,
look, I'm not gonna pretend like I know
for nobody for nothing because
no,
they don't give a fuck. They're just gonna go on to the next fighter. They forget about fighters just like that. They don't care. They don't care.
And speaking of one of your favorite fighters, Wilder, he just got arrested. Like, what's up with that? He was driving around.
Second Amendment rights. He doesn't have Second Amendment rights or what? That's what I hear all the time. Second Amendment and Second Amendment rights. First of all, the gun. It's not. He wasn't walking around with a gun like people are. It was in his car.
Like dark tints or something like that, and then they searched his car
and blacked out license plate, which you can't do that in Texas either. So you're gonna get pulled over. Like you're just saying, hey.
So like I saw a video, right, of these dudes that were doing donuts like in the middle of Oakland, right, and then they got out of the car and beat up some dude. Like none of them did jail time, right, for beating up a pedestrian. But and they're not even looking into it from what I understand. But Wilder's just minding his own business and he's getting arrested. I mean, I just think that they're arresting the wrong people over there in California. It's my opinion.
So you think that they knew he was in the car?
It was a concealed weapon in his car. He's already out. He's gonna get a little.
No, you think that they pulled him over because they knew he was in the car, or like?
No, I don't know what happened.
No, they said that he got pulled over because his tints were too dark or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then they smelled weed, and then they asked to search the car. So.
Yeah.
Well.
Because they smelled weed in the car,
yeah.
So they searched it. Yeah, exactly.
I mean.
So I mean. But
was there any weed though?
But I'm sorry, in LA, there's so many famous athletes. Well, not athletes, but I know rappers who've gotten killed in LA. So I really kind of don't blame him for having a gun.
I heard though. This is what I heard. I heard that the cop.
They killed this guy. What's his name? He was a rapper. He was there with his girlfriend at that freaking.
I don't know the names, but I think I know what you're talking about.
They killed him right at broad daylight inside the Waffle House.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yes.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
I mean, look, I heard that it was just his right hand. They confused it for a gun. You know what I mean? There was.
That is a weapon.
You know what I mean? They're like, whoa! What are you doing with that? Like, what do you mean? Whoa! Sir, what this? Whoa, sir! Put your hands behind your back. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I heard. He probably could kill somebody with a right hand. I don't know why he needs a gun, but you know.
No, you know, I mean, it could happen to anybody. It's to me, it's not really that big of a deal because of who he is. It's all out there and people talking about it, whatever. But you know what? it happens all the time, you know. I don't know if he needed a permit over there. I don't know what the laws are, but
Well, they have very strict
it
gun
happens.
laws, and there's very strict gun laws in California. But he's already out. He's
He's
probably gonna
gonna
get a
get a
little
slap on the
fine.
wrist. He's not like he don't have like priors and like Ronnie.
Like
Yeah.
like I saw some people out there put, oh, he was thugging in California,
Come on, give me a break.
like what? Like he was gangbanging? Like
It's ridiculous the things that people say. Like
he
that
wasn't
was
walking around with a gun. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was in his car.
Like this new day and age with all the social media, there's always these young kids that want to make a name for themselves and go viral, doing dumb shit, trying to, rob a famous person, record it and put it on like they do dumb shit like that. So you know what? It's crazy. California.
Okay, so Boxing Vitals, he said in California we have strict laws as far as tinted windows. We do too in Texas. Altered or mods on cars, also weed, even if it's legal, you need a card. Okay, so he needed a card. So and that's what I heard too. He didn't have a card or whatever, a glaucoma card or whatever he needed. He didn't have that. So that's another reason why.
Just let him smoke his weed and
okay.
Go stop some real crime. You know what I mean? Go like you know what I mean?
Because it's legal in LA. It's just you probably need the card.
Yeah, he said you needed a card.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know it's really not that big of a deal, but you know, so I've been kind of like out of the loop, and so I don't know everything that's going on, but one thing that I do know is that in June, Franchon Cruz is going to be fighting Savannah Marshall. I know. I mean, it's a little ways away, but we are in May. Like, it's really not. It's already May. You know.
Can I say one thing about that fight?
I want to say whatever you want.
Like,
1, 2, 3.
I don't like the fact that Franchon Cruz challenged her. She did. Like, Savannah Marshall was leaning against the ropes. She's like, "Come on, let's do it. Come to 168, right?" And then she said, "Okay, let's do it then." And then she's at the press conference like, "Oh, you think you're special because you're just gonna get a shot just like that because you're privileged." I'm just like, "What do you think? You gave her the shot. That's what she's getting. You challenged her."
She did call her out at the Clarissa fight, like right after.
I remember that.
Yeah, like she compared, like she's trying to get her breath from the fight still. And like, if she doesn't take the fight, you're gonna say she ducked you. Some fighter challenges a fighter, they don't take the fight. When you can take the fight,
I'm not mad that she got this fight because I'm tired of people not getting the fights they won. They like
it's a good opponent. It's a worthy opponent.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So
she's not fighting some schmo, but
who's like whack. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a worthy opponent.
Shit.
And see, I respect that because she is worthy opponent. She this is gonna be a scrap. Trust me, it's not gonna be easy for anyone. You know.
So I have a question for you guys because. What do you guys think about this fight? The rematch between Amanda Serrano and Heather Hardy.
Oh, no.
That's the fight happening?
Yeah, they're having a rematch in August.
See, I'm out of the loop. I didn't hear that. What?
In August. Yes. Tell me
look, Serrano
why do we need that?
Just had a war though. Serrano just had like a war.
But Amanda beat Heather Hardy's ass like to a pulp, and then this was the fight that Heather Hardy popped dirty for like a water pill or something, and she still got her ass beat. Like,
what weight class is this
There's no
at?
need for a rematch. I saw somebody say, "Won't they have Heather Hardy fight Tiara?" You know what? I would love to see that. Like,
so what I want to know is if Amanda Serrano is still fighting, she's the undisputed champion.
Why she won't fight?
Why is some matchroom fighters already talking about fighting for interim belts in that same weight class?
Yeah. Oh, hello. Huh.
What's going on with that? Like I just don't understand.
Right.
What's going on with that? And then, well, why can't Tiara fight for one of those interim belts?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because and that's the point that I was going to make about Franchon, calling out Savannah Marshall. You know what? At least she's doing what we want these boxers to do and fighting the best, in the division or whatever, or worthy opponents. That's what we want to see. So that's why I respect her for that. And then, of course, she's going to get in the press conference and talk her shit and say, oh, what makes you special, blah, blah, blah. It's all part of the game. And that's cool. It's the build up to the fight. I can accept that. But
sure.
yeah, when these people are fighting for these interim belts, like you said, it ain't fought anybody. that's when I got a problem.
I don't see why Heather Hardy is fighting Serrano again. Like I don't. Serrano beat her to a pulp. Like
I know.
I give
that.
Heather Hardy props. Like she's a tough girl. She hung in there the whole time, and she was getting beat up bad. You know.
You know what I think it is. Like honestly, what I think it is that Serrano's last fight was a war that probably took off some years off her life. Okay. And so for Amanda thinking, okay, well, I've already beat her once, and I do need something in between before maybe I fight Katie again or somebody else. So let me get this cush fight and let me make it. And then I'm thinking that Hardy's like, oh, well, I know she probably got hurt. She pulled out of the last fight. So this is my chance to get in there and beat her right now while she's vulnerable.
Yeah, because
that's my way of thinking.
That fight wasn't even, you know how when we say we want a rematch because the fight was like too close to call?
Right.
This wasn't one of those.
It is a random out of nowhere fight. Yeah, I didn't see that coming, but
yeah.
I'll give her a pass just because she's done a lot in her last few fights. You know, like it's like a gimme. It is what it is.
Yeah. Ronnie Bravo,
like she did. I mean, her and Cruz went to that was a bloodbath. Her last fight.
No, for sure. That's why she wouldn't. To me, I don't feel like it'd be a bad thing if she took
I said Cruz
and properly healed for her next fight against Taylor. You know, you don't need to take this Heather Hardy fight because I mean Heather Hardy is not a pushover, but it's not. I don't think it's she's gonna be in there pounding on her again. But is that gonna be conducive to her being a healthy Amanda Serrano for another case?
I'd rather see Hardy versus like Tiara,
right? That's what we were saying. Like, why won't Tiara? Won't they have Tiara fight Heather? Come on,
Teach. We were talking about the Heather Hardy and Amanda fight that was a wipeout, not the Taylor and Amanda Serrano fight.
Yeah,
that one it was close. It was close.
Oh, we want to see that one.
That
one
deserves a rematch, but this one,
sure.
No.
Yeah.
Fight Tiara. Why are y'all so scared?
That's what I'm saying. And who said? Somebody said up here. Oh, I think it was Johnny Bravo. He said, "Oh, it's Canelo week." Forgot about that.
I mean, you forgot about it, but you just mentioned it, so I don't believe you.
I believe you, Ronnie. I believe you. I believe you.
Hey, honey, I forgot about our anniversary from this Saturday coming. No, you didn't. You just mentioned it. What are you talking about?
Well, I forgot about it. Thank you for reminding me. Salute, Shushan Boxing, and Jaciel Lopez. Best money fight for Hardy. It's true.
Yeah, but Tiara deserves these fights.
True.
I'm sorry.
And that's why Heather's doing it. That's what I said. But you're right. She does deserve it. Like who said Heather deserves the shot before like somebody that's coming in? Like she's on her way out. And I
just think like Heather Hardy. It's like a perfect opponent for like a Tiara right now.
Yes, that would be an action-packed fight, and that would be a great fight.
And then it's a good opponent to compare with Serrano, and then we'll go from there. Like, I think Heather Hardy would have been a better opponent for that WBC silver belt for Sky Nicholson than that girl. I don't know who she was that she fought for the belt.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like, I'm saying. But we got Eddie Hearn out here. Did you hear Eddie Hearn after a fight? Yeah, well, we it's time to fight for a world title. All these girls below world title level, they're not really at her level. Like okay, like so he's gonna skip Tiara. He's gonna skip even like a Heather Hardy. He's gonna skip all these girls, right? And fight for a vacant belt against I don't know who, because it's not the actual champion Serrano. Nope. I know that.
Somebody up. They'll dig somebody up that's on the other side of the world that is ranked number 2 in the world, and nobody's
like, oh, you say you need a fight? Yeah,
exactly.
Throwing out the dirt like that, right?
Yeah, we got this girl from I don't know, freaking the Philippines. She's 8-0. She's never lost. Who she fought? I don't know, but she's 8-0. It's been ordered by the WBC.
Yeah, on paper she looks good. Oh, Ronnie Bravo getting on you. These styles.
It's all good.
No, that's true though. Like they're gonna dig somebody up. They might resurrect somebody's career. Like there was a champion, like 1984. Like who knows?
By golly gee, there's just nobody to fight. We're just gonna have to put in a world title fight. By golly gee, Eddie Hearn. By golly gee, like dude, I'm so tired of Eddie Hearn giving away titles, bro. I'm tired of it. And you know why he's getting away with it? Because he's investing the most in women's boxing. In fairness to him, he's putting in the most money than everybody else. Now, Boxer and Queensberry is starting to compete with him. Thank God, right? But like we need an American promoter. And maybe it's Jake Paul. Maybe that's Jake Paul's calling. I don't know. But we need an American promoter to start investing in these women fighters in the U.S.
That's what I want to see. I mean, he helped Amanda. He's helped others. I want to see him do that. I want him to be the face, the promoter for females. I do. I think we need to start some kind of rally on Twitter or something. You know.
And then Bob. I mean, look like Bob Arum. Come on, bro. You're about to croak in the year now. Throw somebody at the women, bro. You got 2 women.
Yeah, he just
got 2 more.
It's another woman on there. So
well, what is he saving all that money for? You know what I mean? Like I just don't understand. Like
the man,
he wants it buried with him. Maybe who knows?
Well, what's he don't have like the women don't cost as much as the men. He just spent $2 million on a Better Be fight that probably only like 500,000 people are going to watch on ESPN. Like you don't have like 20,000 for some of these female fighters that they'll take. Like I'm just saying, like come on, come on, Bob. I'm just saying, De La Hoya. I mean, come on. You already lost Anissa, so you could pay somebody else, right?
I know that was crazy, you know, letting Sinisa go. Like, but whatever.
You could even match outfits with them, Oscar, because that's how you like to dress. I mean, you could just, you know, it'll fit you better a little bit. I'm just saying.
He styles going in.
You know, I'm just.
That's true.
No, but
he wants to wear see-through shirts and all that. That's what they do at the weigh nowadays for women's boxing. So it's perfect for you.
But you see, Tiara has been doing a lot more like shit talking on social media, and you know, it really irritates me that people like I'm gonna say Sky. I feel like they act like they don't see it when they know they do. They're like blatantly ignoring her. They see the shit. They see everybody blatantly ignoring her. Drives me up.
Absolutely, she's kind of ignoring her. I think she first started ignoring her because it was true fear, and now she's like,
If I ignore it, it's like it doesn't exist. And
yeah, exactly. Ronnie Bravo, Al Heyman has is Regis. Well, I think you're trying to say like he needs to invest in women. What he has Regis? Al Heyman has Regis now.
I don't know if it's
no. Hearn, all Hearn has is Regis.
Because Regis has retweeted the tweet about him signing with her.
But Regis said it's not true though. I don't think he signed
he
yet.
said fake news. So I don't know if that's
fake news. Okay. Well, speaking of Al Heyman, he doesn't even like fool with women at all. Like there's not any women over there.
Yeah.
See, Lo said Cruz versus Marshall opinions.
What about Don King? Like, go out with a bang, Don. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like he's spending money on Broner. Like, why not just like, you know, to throw somebody at the women or something?
He's way old school. He's not gonna.
He promoted Christy Martin.
So Lo has a question. She's like, what is it Tiara can do to get promoters' attention? Does she have a team going to bat for her behind the scenes?
I'll tell you what she needs, Lo. I'll tell everyone that's involved in media what they need to do. The only thing we could do is put her voice out there, interview her, and get her on the platform. Get her on the platform, interview her. That's what you could do.
Yeah, see, and this is sad because
that's why we keep talking about
the way lingerie is a new. Yeah, like you should. The women should.
Well, that's why Oscar should be right on board. He could promote some of these girls. Like I'm just saying.
But it's sad that the women have to do that. They have to promote the lingerie thing and do all this extra.
Well, yes and no. Look. In fairness, like you know, Serrano never had to do that. Tater never had to do that.
Doesn't have to do that neither.
This is a new thing. This is a new phenomenon now.
It's kind of like, I'll be honest, it has like a little cult following, but it's not like.
Yeah, but then you know
it's a loud cult following.
Some of the fighters that do it, they don't have no business doing it because nobody's checking for you like that, girl. Like sit down.
Right. No, I agree. And also,
follow the crowd. They're not checking for you like that.
I think it's dying down. I think for a split second, it was hot, it was popular, and I was like, been there, done that. We seen it. We know. We've been there. Like, okay, what else?
Once you only got nipple coverings, like there's the only place to go is naked, right? So they were done.
And then what's crazy is that when you do all this and then you get your ass beat, it's even worse. Like you came out here trying to be sexy in your lingerie and then you got your ass beat. I can name a couple of names, but I'm not gonna be messy tonight. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be.
So.
I would hate to
That's
go out
true.
there doing the most. And then get my...
But don't I make a good point about Oscar though?
Mhm.
Like Oscar's right. Like he could. Do you see what he's wearing at the Ryan Garcia fight? Like the see-through shirt, and I'm just saying that's he could promote some of these girls.
Outfit, that top was his girlfriend's top because she had the matching bottoms. I don't know if y'all know. She had the matching bottoms to that see-through top that he had on. So they.
Or maybe that was like their little. Was that their little couple thing? Like, oh, you wear this and I'll wear that.
Yeah, hey, you know what? You could actually wear this top because it was that. It was
kind of cute. It's kind of cute though. You know what I mean?
Kind of not. Like, don't. My fans watching right now. Like, no, babe, we're not doing that.
I'm surprised he didn't come up like with an open, open shirt, only because he had those abs.
No, you know what? He looks a little bloated. And I don't know, those abs look good when he's bloated.
Yeah, so can you
I think the abs are gone. I think it was temporary. I think that's a little.
No, those are injections. So when he's bloated, you could probably still see them, but like with the panza, you know. So it probably doesn't look good. I'm talking too much shit about Oscar. Shout out to Oscar.
Fence, up against the fence for a minute, and then the abs, and then But okay.
So I got a question because I think I pissed people off with this. Like, does it feel like a Canelo fight week to you this week? No, right? It is.
Okay, Ronnie. I'm sorry. That's my girl. Hannah Gabriel's blowing up just off her face alone. Hannah is freaking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Not only is she gorgeous, she is freaking amazing. Like the girl, her story. Like I think she had one amateur fight because she couldn't get fights. Then she went to the pros. I think total she's had. I mean, I might be lying. 8 maybe. And the girl put Clarissa on her behind. She can box. She is strong. I'm looking forward to that rematch. And I kind of hate that Clarissa didn't want to do the rematch until now that she's 40. Like Hannah's 40 years old now. Now she wants to do the rematch. But I get it. Whatever.
Was it because Marshall didn't want the rematch, or that's down the line?
I don't know. I mean, I would think Marshall would want the rematch.
Gabriel's, you mean?
They made some money.
No, against Clarissa.
I bet they do a rematch. I bet they do.
I think Marshall wanted to fight in the UK, and I think that's what it was. And Shields wanted to fight. She wanted to fight stateside.
She already fought in the UK. Like she won. Now you got to come over here now. I can't
but you know what? I see that. But also, they're going to both get paid more in the UK than they are in the US. Yeah. Like if you think about it money wise, if you just want to we're staying in my hood, whatever. But
she's a champion. I know she wants to fight in her hometown. Like they could have made that happen. Like you can't try to fall into all the demands for Marcia. She lost. You lost. You gotta go with the punches now. You don't call the shots, okay?
No, I mean that's true. That's true. She doesn't call the shots. It's true. I would think about
because there were a lot of Clarissa Shield fans that wanted to see that fight in person, but it was in the UK, so they couldn't see it. So now you got to give the fans here in the US that,
Yeah,
I do hope that there's have they announced an undercard yet for that event?
Not for
Gabriel's Marshall. I'm sorry, Shields.
They haven't. That'd be great.
What I hope is that they could feature some of the other women fighters from the U.S. in that card. That
would be
because they do it in the UK, right? Like here's why I think you're right, Christine, that it would do better in the UK. That's because they've promoted women's boxing more in the UK.
For sure.
No one is even trying to promote boxing here.
No, I mean, when is the fight anyway?
But you have to start at some point. You have to start promoting it at some point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. You're absolutely right. And who's gonna do it? Who's gonna step up and do it? I don't know. I mean, yes, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Plus, a lot of the women fights over there. I mean, yes, Marshall Shields was definitely a big event. But you could have a big event in America. I think Katie Taylor and Amanda proved that in Madison Square Garden. So it's not like. Shield should be able to have a big event here if it's promoted right. I don't know if the Hannah Gabriel fight is that fight.
No,
but all these fighters that have have given Clarissa support verbally, like Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward. I think they could do a better job promoting their fights. To be honest with you, I mean,
Oh, for
like
sure,
Yeah,
absolutely.
put it
because
They need
out and
I
share
to
it.
I don't know
they
if y'all
need to go.
remember this.
I'll get
Because
your question, Amber.
um when Shields, I think when she held that card that she put on
The all
herself with
woman.
the all female card.
Mm-hmm.
So Shakur Stevenson on Twitter that night was like, anybody got a stream link to the fight?
Oh
To the
my god.
Shields fight. Like, she
That
supports you in all your fights, and you're
oh
on
my
Twitter
god.
asking somebody for a stream
That's
link
bad.
to her fight. What kind of support is that, my guy? Like,
That's
seriously?
bad.
Oh man,
Come on.
that's
They killed him on the timeline for that.
and you're making like hundreds of thousands a
Yeah,
year.
Right.
you asking for a stream link to your and she's
That-
always
that's
supporting him. I mean, he has a
yeah,
fight. She's
she
always
is.
talking shit for him, doing it, and he asked for a stream.
Oh, she goes out to
to her
bat
fight.
for him. Yeah.
She
Yeah, he
does.
asked for a
She
stream
does.
to her fight. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that
Could you imagine going to bat for somebody and then you find out they try to stream your fight?
Yeah.
I want to answer Coach Amber's question real quick. She said Cruz over Marshall, who you got? For me personally, like, I mean, Marshall can box. She's long. She knows how to box. Obviously, Clarissa outmuscled her. Cruz is one of those awkward fighters that just comes with her head down, shots coming from everywhere, and I think she's got a little power, looking at Amanda's face. But that would be a very interesting matchup. I think that if Marshall outboxed her, she would win. But then again, if Cruz caught her with one good shot, that might be all she wrote. So I'm up in the air about it, but that's something to think about. That's for sure. That would be good. What do y'all think about that?
I was trying to figure out who the hell she was talking about, because I always think about Cruz Dessern. I never call her Cruz.
Oh,
I never
shit.
call her
You
Cruz.
know what?
It's
She
not
might
even
be
spelled. I don't
talking
think
about
it's
Cruz
not spelled
Dessern.
like
Are you
that.
talking about Cruz Dessern?
She's
Or
talking
Yeah.
about Cruz Dessern, I think is what she meant to
And it's
but
supposed to be
it's not spelled
CREW too. Yeah.
yes. And I was
My
like,
bad.
who is she
Okay.
talking about?
My bad. Okay. Well, in that one, I am going to always go. No, I'm not. I'm not always going to go for my American people. I'm not. I'm just lying right now. But I know Franchon and I know Peter Pan.
Let me just give everybody the pill of truth. Let me just lay it out for everybody.
I'm just gonna put my money on Franchon. There you go.
Marshall's going to beat Cruz.
Anybody else?
Marshall's going to win.
I would love to see Cruz Dessern win this fight. She got perfecting
Yeah.
athletes now. She's working with. I don't know. I just feel like it's her time, because I feel like she's been fucked over so many times. Like, now, this is her moment.
No, for sure. No, for sure. It is. And you know what? And
Yeah, Marshall's going to win.
Okay.
I respect the fact that up until now, before she was with Peter, before she started getting these big fights, she promoted herself. Like, she was always pushing herself out there, and I love that. Making her videos, she makes her own clothes. She was making other people's. Yeah. So she did not stop, and I respect that, because that's what we're supposed to do. If we don't promote ourselves, nobody's gonna promote us until they decide to promote us. And so now I respect that. So I respect this. Like,
I'm rooting for her. I definitely want her to win. She's been fucked over so much. I mean, look at the freaking shit she went through with this fighter that popped dirty.
Oh, I know. I mean, she practically fought a man.
Yeah,
like
she did.
And she stood her ground.
She did.
She stood her ground. So I mean, I'm glad. I'm happy for her. Like, I'm really happy for her. But I don't know who's going to be on that undercard either. Do y'all know?
I didn't catch. Because when I saw the press conference, I only saw the clip of them two. I didn't see anybody else.
And that's the thing too. Like, who's promoting it now? Like, we saw that. We know. I had to look it up to see when the fight was going to be. Today, as a matter of fact. I was like, when is this fight? She's the only one promoting it still. So
she's good at that. That's why I love all the good things that have been happening for her, because she definitely worked hard for it. So.
Yeah, I'm not watching Pro Box TV. Is it good? No, I can barely. I mean, I'm happy I've got some good internet right now. Like, to be honest. But speaking of the Canelo fight that is coming up, like
this weekend, it does not feel like fight week. People got so mad that I said that on Twitter. I was like,
who's
oh,
excited?
it doesn't feel like fight week. They were
Yeah,
so upset about that.
Right.
And I'm just like,
who's excited? I mean, are you excited about it, Nika? D Styles? I mean, do you care? Like,
I'm not excited.
Hey, so really quick, I just want to say this really quick. So the Cruz Savannah Marshall fight is actually on the undercard of the Liam Smith Eubanks fight, the rematch.
okay. Okay.
Right, and then Natasha Jonas will be on that card. I like Natasha.
I like her. I like Natasha.
She talks a lot of shit about Eddie, so
they were
I can't
trying to
complain.
work on a fight for her and Clarissa, right? But Clarissa said she overpriced herself or some shit like that.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, because they were in talks of Natasha and Clarissa Shields fighting, but supposedly she overpriced herself, is what Clarissa said. So.
Oh, wow.
Ronnie, I'm dying because I'm like, I was just about to ask D Style Nika, who's he fighting again? So you read my mind.
No, some people were so mad because what I said on Twitter today was, because there were people online that were saying, that Ryan and Tank wasn't gonna have a big buzz, and then it did, and then those same people were like talking about the fight. They couldn't stop talking about the fight.
It always
everybody
happens.
else, and so now that this fight is happening, I didn't see no buzz. I'm just being honest. I didn't see no buzz for this fight. And Ryan and Tank's fight was definitely a bigger fight, and people were so
I'll tell you why.
I just want attention. I'm like, why do I want attention? This is true. Look it up yourself from the damn time.
It is true.
So here's what I'll say. At the end of the day, all y'all gonna watch. Like I mean, it's just the truth. Like anyone who watches boxing is gonna watch this fight. Like, but like that's just the way it is. Now, does the fight have buzz? Well, not really. I mean, this fight isn't for us in the United States. That's not who it is for. Like, he's going back to his hometown to fight in front of his people. That's what this is. A homecoming from. That's all it is. He's gonna have his homecoming game. We all know what homecoming games are all about, right? He's gonna get his W, and then he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back in September and fight Bivol. Like that's the plan.
But they were so mad that I said, I was like, this fight does have buzz. It's in Mexico. They're going crazy. My guy, talking about this timeline here on Twitter. I'm still talking about what's happening in Mexico. There's no buzz over here. And to be honest, I don't know if they're gonna make the sales that they think, because the people that purchased the fight for Tank and Ryan, that didn't get, like D Styles, one of those people, they didn't get a refund, or they trying to start to issue
but
refunds.
I'm golden. You know why I'm golden?
They're trying to give refunds out this week because you know what, they want you to purchase the fight, but it's too late. You the customer service was horrible. Right. Who wants to purchase another fight?
Well, there was no customer service. That's the problem. But the only thing worse than bad customer service is no customer service. Like there was nobody around. Like they don't like.
But now they want to issue refunds because.
But I'm golden because like I'm in El Paso, Texas. I'm in a border town. I'm gonna get the reception of Juarez, right? I'm gonna watch it for free. You know what I mean? Like in Spanish. So I'm good. You know what I mean?
That's true. You're right.
Party at my house. You know, I'm just saying. But all I'm saying, okay, all right, is I still think it does like 400, 300,000 buys though.
But you know what? But you're right. Like you say, there's no buzz, whatever. But we're all gonna watch. Yeah, we're gonna watch because we're boxing fans. You're absolutely right.
And that's the thing. I didn't say that I wasn't gonna watch it. What I said was there was no buzz. Right. And they got their fucking panties in a bunch. And it's like, what? The people that were saying that probably not even gonna purchase the fight because they probably didn't get the refund from the zone, and people are pissed.
Look, if people don't feel the buzz, they don't feel the buzz. What I'll say is this, okay? Look, but let me say this. So I just want to put things in perspective for people. Just listen to me, okay?
All right, we'll listen.
Canelo is an active fighter. He's fighting twice to three times a year. For sure. 2 years ago, he fought 4 times. And then he fought twice last year with an injury. He had surgery, and now he's coming back. Like, now just freeze that for a second. Errol Spence hasn't fought in 13 months. And he's healthy. Where the hell is he at? Where's the energy for Errol Spence? Not even fighting. Jermall Charlo hasn't fought in almost 700 days and hasn't gotten stripped of his belt
Auntie style knowing the exact days.
Yeah, he does.
Like we're approaching an astonishing 700 days, but Suleiman says it's okay because he has problems with his wife. Okay, I mean, I'm sorry he has problems with his wife, but
Yeah.
maybe strip him and let somebody else fight for the belts, and he could just come back and fight the champion when he's back. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Jamal, oh, he has an injury. These style. Well, so did Canelo. Canelo wasn't out for a year.
Right. No,
I know
you're right.
Teofimo was having troubles with his wife when he took that fight with Cambosis. So it's like,
Well, maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe that's what your mouth's like. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, okay, you don't feel buzzed for this fight. Well, if we're honest, this is a glorified tune-up, is what this is. If we're honest,
Sure,
right?
absolutely, it is.
And so is this just coming back from a surgery type fight, tune-up? The real fight's in September, right?
Right.
If he was like all these other inactive fighters, we will only see Canelo fight once every 16 months.
But
why ain't doing that? Right? So I'm all I'm trying to say is just give the guy a little bit of a break.
We're gonna feel the buzz because of everything.
Well, no, but see,
like, okay.
I was only saying that.
So let me feel the buzz. I don't feel the buzz.
Yeah, no, I was only saying that on Twitter because of the people. Those same people were like trying to cut down the Ryan and Tank fight. So it's like, hey, you were saying that the Ryan Tank fight was not gonna have a buzz and this and that. You know, you always like talking shit and putting people down because of Canelo. And actually, I'm a Canelo fan, so when I see stuff like that, like, you don't have to put down other fights because you're a fan of Canelo. You know, that's so true. I'm saying I just said the truth. There was no buzz for this fight on the time, and nobody was talking about it. And I had people in the thread saying, you know, I forgot the fight was this week. No, a lot of people did not know.
I forgot.
I mean, let's be honest. How many fights a year have a buzz? Like, if we're honest, how many fights have that buzz?
Not many, but that doesn't mean that we don't want it. Not many.
Like, did you have like when Spence fought Ugas? Like, did you feel a buzz? Like where you're like, man, Ugas versus Spence.
I thought that was a good matchup. I didn't know if I felt a buzz.
I think a lot of people upset because that fight was supposed to be Spence and Pacquiao, and then Ugas got the call when.
So I just feel like we have maybe one or two fights a year that give us that buzz. You know what I mean? So like it is what it is. Like did Ryan Tank have a buzz? Yes. However, I don't want to cut it down, but
well,
I mean,
is Tank?
It's time. I just think it's time for Tank. It's time for Tank to fight
are we gonna
a top 5 guy. It's time for Tank to put on his big boy pants. And if you want to call yourself the dude at 135, it's not a popularity contest. Being the best isn't a popularity contest. So you got to fight the winner of Haney versus Loma is what you got to do. Or Shakur.
Do you think that Tank and Haney would have a bigger buzz than Tank and Ryan and make more money?
I actually do.
I do too. What about you, Nika? I do too. Really.
I feel like. I don't know because I was really excited for this Tank. Right?
Yeah, no, yeah.
I gotta lie. Because
but
I feel like, you know, they gotta talk more shit for me. You gotta tell me the fight. You know, I like the shit talking. I feel like Haney is trying to because he was talking shit the other day about Frank.
But with homeboys saying that there was buzz for Mayweather Guerrero, no, there wasn't. Stop. Just stop. You're just making shit up at this point. You know what I mean? Like what? Like come on. You know, I'm just saying.
Floyd was always the GOAT 24/7. You know, I mean, it's once they would announce a Tank and Devin fight, the buzz will start. Like,
I'll tell you why that fight would have a buzz. Because do you know who's gonna win that fight?
I don't. That's why.
Yeah.
So like people are going to be arguing at the family dinner table or family get-togethers about that fight. Like there's going to be fights before the fight. That's how serious the conversation is going to get.
Yeah.
So, or even if Loma happens to upset Haney, right?
Yeah.
You got to do that fight because
absolutely.
Like Mayweather went on record saying, "Well, we ain't going to put him in the ring with Loma till he's older," right?
Yeah, I think
so there's a story behind that fight.
I think he will. I think he's going to upset him. I do.
What, do you think Loma's going to get the upset?
No, he's going to be upset.
Oh, well, Loma's not the favorite. Haney is.
I know. I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying, like, and so then now Haney is.
Or you say he's going to be upset after the fight?
He's going to be upset after the fight because he's not going to win. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know, I want to see all these fights. I want all of them to happen. Give me.
Because
I want to see
can we
Shakur
have a
and
discussion about the face of boxing or
I
what
want
makes
to see
somebody the face of
Shakur and
boxing?
Yeah,
That's what I
let's
want to see.
do that. Let's wrap it up with that. The face of boxing. Go.
Like, because here's what I've been arguing, right? Because I think it's kind of cute. I do how people are saying that Tank's the face of boxing now, not Canelo. I think it's cute, right? It's kind of like when the little kid, like when the little kid does something and yeah, you're the best. Yes, you know what I mean. Look, it's great. No problem. Before I say, I'm going to say two things. First, let me say this: if you're going to be the face of boxing, you got to do face of boxing shit. That's what you got to do. A face of boxing needs to be the world champ. You got to be the best in your division at least, right? So you got to face the winner of Loma versus Haney. Okay, you got to do it for undisputed. You have to do it. If you don't do that, we're gonna judge you as the face of boxing, right? If you fight Rolly Romero again, I'm sorry, bro. That's not what a face of boxing does.
And I think that's gonna happen.
And you know what's gonna happen? All this momentum, it's gonna go to shit. You have momentum right now, right? But let me just say this. So, face of boxing is twofold to me. Yes, popularity, being able to sell 1 million pay-per-views, you're at the gate, the buzz before your fights, all that matters. I'm not going to pretend like it doesn't. Of course it matters, right? I think consistency matters, like how often do you do it and stuff. But there's another side to boxing, right? Because it's also a sport of skill and a sport of competition, right? It's not just a popularity contest. It's also about your accomplishments. It's about your resume. What have you done? Who have you beat? Tank is missing that in abundance, especially when you put it side by Canelo, because Canelo's already seen 1 million buys, not once, not twice, but 3 times. He's already done it 3 times. He's been close to 1 million about another 2-3 times, right? And I'm not even counting the Floyd fight, by the way. I'm just talking about the fights where he was the A side. That's it. So he's already been there and he's done that. Canelo's already done 27 million at the gate, 23 million at the gate. That's whatever, right? But he has the accomplishments. And I think both things matter because Brad Pitt could come out and say, hey, I'm going to box Matthew McConaughey. And if they had real beef, they'll probably do 1 million buys too. But would that make them the face of boxing? No. If Jake Paul fights KSI, they probably do 1 million buys. But would that make them the face of boxing?
I'm gonna go next, and I'm gonna tell you why you're kind of right, but you're kind of wrong. I'm gonna tell you why. Micah, what do you think? Like everything D-Style's talking about, is that true? Do you have to fit both criteria to be the face of boxing or whatever you want to call yourself?
Well, I feel like everyone has their own criteria of what fulfills their face of boxing. That's D-Style's criteria that, man, I kind of agree with what he says, to be honest, because like he said, like a YouTuber like Jake Paul could fight kids, and then he would make him. That would not make him the face of boxing at all. It would be a joke, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what you yourself feel entitles the person to be the face of boxing.
Right, like the pound for pound list. Like
yeah. But for me, I feel like Tank would still he would have to fight Shakur, he would have to fight Devin. Like, you need to give me a little bit more than for me to call you the face of boxing. That's just that.
Yeah. Okay. So I agree with y'all to an extent, but this is the thing. We're speaking about the masses. So if just like everybody was calling Ryan Garcia King Ryan, he put it out there, I'm the king. What made him the king? It's all promotion. It's propaganda. It's brainwashing. It's psychology. It's like we're talking about it right now. Is he the face of boxing? Is he not the face of boxing? So we're fueling that. And that's why he's going to be the face of boxing, because he's telling you that he's the face of boxing. He hasn't done the things that we feel like he needs to do to be the face of boxing, but he's telling you he's the face of boxing. He's putting it in your head. He's promoting himself that way. Like I said, just like King Ryan said he was King Ryan. Why was he king? What? And there's been others. So I think just like we're your favorite girls, you know what I mean? It's like, that's what you do. That's what you do. You put it out there. You speak it into existence. And that's what he's doing. It's all part of it. And people are going to put money behind this. People are going to put money. His people are going to put money behind this. That he's the face of boxing, and guess what? He's going to be the face of boxing, and that's what it is.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe like there is an art to repeating the same thing over and over again, and it just catches on. But and no one's really ever called themselves the face of boxing. It's like a new thing. Like Tyson wasn't around like I'm the face of boxing. Like he wasn't doing that, right? Like it's just not a thing. So
you know, but and I don't even really think I've ever heard Canelo call himself the face of boxing. No. Everybody else does. I don't think I've ever.
You know what I do find hilarious though? I think like the Tank Canelo fans like arguing with each other like ugly like on Twitter. Like I just think what's funny is that like if you ask Canelo about Tank, he's like Gervonta, I like Gervonta, right? And then you ask Tank about Canelo, oh yeah, Canelo, he does his thing. Like there's like a mutual respect.
Yeah.
Another thing to consider is that there's more than enough room, right, for like more than one boxer to be popular, right?
No, so that's what I said last week. I said I don't know if it was last week or the week before. I said we could have more than one face of boxing. I said, can't we have faces of boxing?
You can, because that's why we have different divisions. Like so, you have Canelo at 168. Well, guess what? A Shakur or a Haney,
right,
aren't going to have the opportunity to fight a Canelo because he's too big and he's way up there, right, in the divisions. But now they do have a quote unquote cash cow there at lightweight, right? That they could fight, and that's going to make better fights. Like it's going to make, like, let me put it this way: boxing being in a position where fans are arguing who's a bigger name, is it Canelo or Tank? Well, that's a lot better than where we were a couple years ago. Like like when guys like Joe Rogan were saying the score was 9.
They took something that's already been used by the fans, and that's what you really want. You want the fans to describe you and tell you how great you are and this and that. And they took what they gave Canelo, and they're trying to use it because they know that that's something that people say about Canelo. Just like even cash cow, someone's gonna be like, "I'm the cash cow of boxing. I'm the cash cow for this promoter. I'm the cash cow, for this network." That's coming next. People are they're just these words.
Gustavo has to be a troll. Gustavo is Acevedo. He has to be a troll, because he says, where does the GOAT Andy Ruiz fit into all of this?
He's not the cash cow. He's just a cow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. That's a good one.
He's not getting confused, right? I'm just saying.
That tickled me something crazy, man. I don't know.
That's true. So
he's not in this conversation. He's not in this conversation at all.
He just hopped on.
Well, he's probably eating goat, but it's not the goat.
No, he's eating some cabrito, like for real. Okay, but see, and then Happier Javier, he too is like, Andrew is the GOAT, no doubt. Okay, and he was also all on Ryan. So you know what? That's good. That's good. They need y'all. They need y'all. They really do. They do. So
Andy Ruiz could have been the face of boxing if he knocked out AJ in the rematch.
Man, honey, let me tell you, he could have kept it going, but he got
too comfortable.
You would say, it was more than comfortable. He got
more than comfortable.
Don't tell my coach he was eating a whole pie of pizza.
Oh man.
Don't tell my coach. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Did you ever see like when he was like he went to his hometown? And I don't know why people were taking him. I still don't know how this happened. They were taking him pizzas and like different flavors. And he's like, "Yeah, my people love me. They're bringing me different flavor pizzas. They're really showing me love." Like I'm just like, you're not showing them love.
Yeah.
What? That's not how you show the man love, by taking him up.
They were part of
pizza.
When he went to Saudi Arabia, wasn't like the prince like giving him all this food and this and that. I'm like, bro.
Let me tell you something. When I saw like Eddie Hearn like take a tray of tacos to his hotel room, right? And then the Saudi prince is right there. And then he's like, "Oh, the Saudi prince, he's really interested in Mexican culture. Can you teach him how you eat a taco?" Like, Andy's stupid ass. He's like, "Yeah, you grab it like this and you put the salsa and then you go like that. You tilt your head." And I'm just like, "What are you doing, dude?" And he's just eating the tacos. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
God.
that's just
See
no.
that?
That's just stupidity right there.
I know what Eddie did, bro. Eddie, I know what you did. I'm just saying.
Where were these people at? Where were the ones saying no, man? Like, no, we're
Eh,
not doing that. No, we can't. So on that note, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. For me, it's 4:10 a.m. I gotta be up in 2 hours.
Oh my God.
So yeah, so we start competing today. We're in Czech Republic. We start competing today, Team USA. I'm excited. And then I'm flying to Philadelphia on Monday. My girls fighting in National Golden Gloves, and then I'm going home. So I'm almost there. Almost there. And we will have a guest next week, and we will let you know who it is.
She goes everywhere except El Paso, Texas. You know what I mean?
Nobody wants to go to El Paso, bro. I mean, I'll come see you, but man, Dust Bowl.
It's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful city.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah. Respect to El Paso, but Florida now. Florida, yes.
Well, all that humidity over there? I don't know.
I mean,
Man.
you guys would have a little breeze over here. Like,
I would love
always
that.
hot, because I love the
That's
cold
what-
weather, so I'm still getting used to this hot stuff. But
Oh,
but
really?
it's a
So
nice
you
breeze,
prefer?
but perfect weather.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, D Styles, thank you for jumping on with us. Your favorite girls. What's your last words?
Hey, first of all, thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure. And I hope everyone, tunes into my. I'll be live a little later today, maybe like in about 30 minutes. I'll be live on my channel probably. Hispanics Causing Panic. Just subscribe to my channel, D Style Boxing. Everything's kind of disorganized at the moment because of my job, and I kind of have a second job going on. I'm just real busy, but I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button for Christine. Make sure you subscribe. Let's get it to 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
I keep seeing do it. Oh, Christine, I support you. Why haven't you subscribed? You know what I mean? Well, why haven't you hit the subscribe button? What's going on? And like, you know what I mean? You want to come out and give the fire emojis? Why haven't you shared the show? I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
You got a point.
Why don't I see that? Well, why don't I see the link to this show from Christine's show on your Twitter timeline? I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
And by the way, Tara, can somebody just fight Tara? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? That's all.
That too.
If you're scared, go to church.
It's pissing me off every day that it goes by. And
I know.
And I see her trying because I know that's not her personality to get online and talk shit. So when I see her doing that, like, it breaks my heart because I'm just like, she's doing all this and nobody's trying to
train every day. Like, people don't realize all the hours you put into training and doing what you do. It makes me upset too. It does. We just gonna keep on pushing and keep on doing what we can do, and that's it. That's all we can do. So, Nika, what you got to say? What are your partner words?
Thanks to everybody in the chat for tuning in. If you guys want to see the replay for G Funky Boxing's, he had like a debate on his channel. Subscribe to G Funky.
Yes.
Play was on Sunday. He was debating checkmate boxing about
really
yeah.
It's it. Okay.
And I was the moderator, so then
I love it.
I went live last Friday on my channel, so if you guys want to, I'm gonna try again this Friday. I said I'm gonna try to get back into it, so you guys, subscribe to my channel. This is Knockouts with Nika on Fridays. I don't know what time, but I
whenever you feel like it.
Yeah, whenever.
But if they're subscribed,
I'll be working those 10-hour days. I'll be like,
know.
I really want to go live.
They're gonna get notification.
Yeah. So yeah.
No, thank you, girl.
And then good luck to Team USA today. So
yes, I'll keep y'all posted. And thanks to everybody in the chat. We had the best chat ever. Like, we love y'all. We really do, and appreciate you all. I'm going to go to sleep for 2 hours and then get up and go. But everybody have a good night. We love to love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.